Hello, DeweyFinn21 here, and as I've learned from my comments in the videos that I've been getting, most of you guys don't like me. That's understandable. I mean, all I've done so far is sing about a high school sports team, using the Power Rangers themes in my closet. I lost a bet, performed Bohemian Rhapsody. I did a sketch improv comedy thing that actually was improv. All I did was come up with the first line. You had no idea what I was doing. Gizbo did. And I lost the bet, and I paid tribute to the chicken. Countdown of Power Rangers themes, which my opinion didn't agree with most of them. So far, I'm still not changing it for the real themes. Still haven't heard the full version of Samurai that just came out. Gotta go listen to that. Although my guess is it's gonna be the exact same lyrics as the full version of Mighty Morphin, and if I'm different, I'll post something up here when I get to listening to it. It'll most likely be an annotation. If I had those turned off, I would turn them on. And and then I reviewed the third episode of the second season, although I'm not sure if I'll call it the second season. And if they're calling it the second season, I don't care. The first season wasn't a full season. I mean, and they included an episode from way deep into this season, so, you know, I'm still all considering it all one season. Plus, if we go by his word, then every single season takes place in a different universe, so that would mean that Season 1 and Season 2 of Samurai take place in completely different universes, and yeah. Wait, maybe that explains her hair changing. Nah. It's just lazy thinking on his part. But anyways. And then I plead for Power Rangers full season sets, and there was an announcement a few months, weeks, I don't know exactly how long it was after I posted that video, but they're coming at the end of this year, at least the rumor says, but they're sort of reliable sources, I guess. The Power Rangers official Twitter and the Shout Factory Twitter both said something about that, so I'm hopeful. And let's see, I performed Big Time Rush because they're my favorite group, and I was excited for Big Time Movie, which was a good movie, by the way. I just don't like how they don't mention Camille or Joe, although Camille's, yeah, they don't, since they started on the plane, Camille's still in Los Angeles, but they're on a world tour. Sure, they're only in England for the movie, but they could have at least mentioned something about going to New Zealand to see Joe. I mean, it's a world tour. She's in New Zealand. They have the chance to visit her. Why don't they? But anyways, yeah. So, I'm really hated for all those. They have pretty much almost all my videos have 100% thumbs down. Let's see. Some of them have at least one thumbs up because they think it's funny, which I'm trying to be. This is a comedy channel. I mean, sure, maybe have some serious stuff every once in a while, but it's mostly a comedy channel. Whatever. YouTube is mostly used for comedy anyway, so I guess it could be a comedy site, but my channel's mostly comedy. Sure, I hated episode 3, but I mean, not to the extent I did in the review. In the review, I was sort of hamming it up for hating something just because of that. But I still don't like the episode. I still think it's the worst episode of Power Rangers I've ever seen. Still haven't seen the other episode of Super Samurai. Hopefully I'll get to see those soon. But, yeah. So I'm not actually that well liked. And I can tell you people don't even watch my videos before you thumb them down. Although you might, because one of the people who hated it said that they also knew that I have a flamingo as my best friend. And that didn't happen until like 40 something minutes into the review. Or the plea. Yeah, it was the plea that I said that in. So yeah, it shows me you hate me, but you watch over an hour of my videos. Where's the logic in that? Anyways, yeah. And then there's the people who, and then there's one guy, it's different than the one who mentioned the flamingo. He thinks every video I make is about Power Rangers. Even though the video he said that on was one where I was parodying Brad Jones, aka the Cinema Snob. And so he shut up after I told him what he does, mostly. Yep. Although I do have to disagree with Brad about Alice in Wonderland, or the Snob. I don't know if that was his opinion of snobs. I actually like that one. Granted, the way I saw it was weird. Yeah, I think they had it online. Yeah. There were like clips of it on YouTube. Granted, they censored it or something like that. I don't know. Or they used the R-rated. I don't remember what it was. I saw most of it, I think. The songs were sort of catchy, though. At least one of them was. It's actually been a few years since I've seen that movie. I might change my opinion. But I haven't seen really any of the other films he's reviewed as a snob. The midnight screenings, some of them I've seen. Yeah, and yeah, so I know you guys hate me. Maybe it's because I go off on tangents like I do. I don't know what it is. But better you hate me than hate other people. Because, I mean, at least with me, my videos, no effort whatsoever. I mean it, my puppet show, completely off the top of my head. I actually had no script written. I was writing a script, but it was getting too complicated. Now I need more than one person, but none of my friends actually want to be in any of my videos because they're so stupid. Gonna try to convince them to do a real one. Like, I want to do this whole thing where it's like a Harold and Kumar film, only with Bulk and Skull. It'll like happen at the end of my Morphin or something when Kimberly goes to Florida. Skull realizes he's in love with her because in my version, Kimberly would be in love with Skull and Skull would just blow her off. And then she leaves and he realizes that he misses her. And so Bulk and Skull head all the way from California to Florida. And I thought that would be really funny, but I'd need a whole bunch of different people to do it and get more voices and possibly do a redo of the entire puppet show with the other people. Get better puppets. Just wish I didn't always spend all my money every time I got it. I'm just really bad at that. But when I see something I don't have that I really want, I get it. I'm bad like that. If I have enough money for it, at least. I'm smart enough to know if I don't have enough money for it, I'm not gonna get it. Yeah. So I got that going for me, which is nice. Yeah, but and then so I just and then Sorry, got distracted. Anyways, but I guess, yeah, guess this video is just gonna be talking about my plans for what I have. I mean, I don't know if you're probably gonna see more videos with this place, but not many since I'm moving. And I'm probably gonna be using them all my videos are gonna be from my laptop camera now, unless I get a better one, because my old camera that I used to film all the videos where you see all the shaky cam and stuff like that, that's all handheld camera, but it's gone where if I plug it in the computer the videos get corrupted and stuff like that. Don't know whether it's the computer or the camera. This is the video that has all the editing software, so it's the only one I can use. And then I guess, yeah, so when I get into the new house, I'll probably start with a bang and do the in space New Deal Lions 2 state, although it's a football state, but since school's almost over, it'll fit again. Can't believe school's almost over. It felt like only last year. Yeah. And I have a really idiotic idea. Okay. 17.5 hours. Okay? That's how long the video is gonna be. 17.5 hours. 300 songs. I'm gonna be an idiot and sing every song on my iPod. And I've made sure none of them are instrumental, so I barely get any time off. I just get the parts where the music's playing in the song itself. And most of them don't have that much time of stopping. It's idiotic, and I'll probably lose my voice. Plus, I know I'm not really that good a singer on some of these. Especially the ones where the voice goes up high, since I sing bass and stuff. But I mean, like, all 300 songs. All 300 songs. Going in or alphabetical order. So, there's a lot of doubles. I mean, we got everything from the first song would be Accidentally in Love, all the way down to You've Got Soul. Yeah, I have some pretty obscure songs that only if you or me or someone who's a fan of those you would know what they are. Like I have, let's see, Accidentally in Love's probably be common enough that you've heard it or something like that. All That You Are is sort of popular right now. The American Dad theme. I'm just gonna start naming all the songs, aren't I? Probably. The Angry Video Game Nerd theme. Yeah, I have that. Two versions of the Atop the Fourth Wall theme, the full version and the full version sung by the cast for his 100th episode. Have that. Still have Baby by Justin Bieber. Bad Day. The Ballad of the Three Amigos, and yes, I'm gonna be holding that long note the entire length if I can. I know I can do it because I've done it before. Some of you who are watching this know that I can do it because you've heard me singing on the bus and at the UIL competition. Uh, eh. And then I have two versions of Beat It, Michael Jackson's and Fall Out Boy's cover of it. Beautiful Soul by Jesse McCartney. Should I go name all the artists from the previous ones? I think I'll do that. That'll be better. Yeah. So, Accidentally in Love is by Counting Crows. All That You Are is by the Goo Goo Dolls. American Dads by Seth MacFarlane. Angry Video Game Nerd Theme is by Kyle Justin. Top to Fourth Walls by Vincent E.L. And then That Guy with the Glasses website. Babies by Justin Bieber, like I said. Bad Days by Daniel Powder. Ballad of the Three Amigos is by the Three Amigos. Beat It, Michael Jackson, Fall Out Boy. Okay, so now I'm on to Begging on Your Knees. Still have it. I think the only two I don't have still are Sweet Transvestite and Can't Help Falling in Love. But I think I'm going to re-get them because a few of these songs on here I've sort of lost interest in. I think it would be, yeah, Believe It or Not by Joey Scarberry. Thank you, Brad. Belle of the Boulevard by Dashboard Confessional. Bet on It by Zac Efron. I'm sorry, I can't even take this seriously. Big T's Temptation by the cast of Me and My Dick. Team Star Kid. Big Time Rush by Big Time Rush on the album BTR for their TV show Big Time Rush, which is the theme song too. Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. Billy Don't Be a Hero by Paper Lace. Blame It on the Boogie by the Jacksons. Bliss by Hinder. Blue by Eiffel 65. Bohemian Rhapsody, both by Queen and the Muppets. Boyfriend by Big Time Rush. Break Your Heart, the version that is just Tayo Cruz and the version with Tayo Cruz and Ludacris. Breaking Free by Zac Efron and Vanessa and Hudgens, although, technically there's one line by Zac Efron and the rest is Drew Seeley. Bring Me to Life by Evanescence. I think that's the one with Linkin Park on it too, or something like that. By the Way by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Bye 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 by NSYNC. Come On Girl by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Californication by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen. Can't Fight This Feeling by Corey Monteith, REO Speedwagon, and the cast of Horton Hears a Who. Carry On Wayward Son by Kansas. Charlie by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Collide by Howie Day. Come Back to Me by David Cook. Come On Eileen by Dexys Midnight Runners. Complicated by Avril Lavigne. Council of the Pussies by the cast of Me and My Dick, Team Star Kid. Yeah, I have pretty much the entire soundtrack for that musical. It's my favorite of theirs. I like it more than Starship, a Harry Potter musical, a Harry Potter sequel. Little White... I actually haven't seen Little White Lie yet because it's so far down on their videos list. I gotta go see that sometime. I'm not even sure if it's a musical. Looks more like a internet TV show thing like that. But I really need to see it. And I really want to see Holy Musical Batman when it comes out. It's coming out this April. Yeah. And then the third Harry Potter musical, I don't remember what it's called, or even if I know what it's called. It's coming out soon. Then my next song is Crying by Aerosmith. Dancing Crazy by Miranda Cosgrove. Danny California by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. As you can tell, my parents were big Red Hot Chili Peppers fans and were playing them all the time in the car, so I've sort of know some of their songs. A Daughter's Lament by Tally, aka the girl who made a song about How I Met Your Mother that got used on How I Met Your Mother, and this is the song that was used on How I Met Your Mother by her about How I Met Your Mother, and try to say How I Met Your Mother in that sentence more times than that. Died in Your Arms by Cutting Crew. DJ Got Us Fallen in Love Again by Usher. Do You Believe in Magic by Ali and AJ. Yeah, I like their version better. I think it's because I saw Now You See It before I actually heard the original song, so I thought they wrote it, but then I realized that it was a cover. I still like their version better. Dog Days Are Over by Florence and the Machine. Don't Stop Believin' by Journey and the Glee Club at the end of season 1. Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. Don't Trust Me by 303. Dreams by Van Halen. Thank you, Power Rangers. Drops of Jupiter by Train. Eat It by Weird Al Yankovic. Eres Tu by Justo Lamas. Yes, I'm gonna try to speak Spanish or sing Spanish. Even Though by the cast of Me and My Dick, although that's really more Joey Richter and Jamie Lynn Beatty, since I think they're the only two that actually sing and speak in that one. But, oh well. Everything You Want by Vertical Horizon. Everywhere by Michelle Branch. Far Away by Nickelback. Finale by the cast of Me and My Dick. Fireflies by Owl City. The theme song to Firefly by Sunny Rhodes. Firework by Katy Perry. Flight of Fantasy by Z Sad Panda, Julian Diaz. I like this song. I also like Suburban Nights. I liked it a lot more than Kick-Assia and The Brawl. I don't know. I liked The Brawl when I liked the thing is, I didn't even see The Brawl until after I'd already seen Kick-Assia and Suburban Nights, because I joined the site like I started going to the site like 2 weeks after Kick-Assia had finished, and so it was all there for me. I actually thought it was an old site since there was all I got were talks about his old reviews, and so I thought it was like a site where this is all you're ever gonna get and it's not gonna get any newer. And the next day I came back and there were more videos and I'm just like, oh, this site's still running. And then I realized that it's actually very new. And it's now one of my most visited websites. I think only fanfiction.net and YouTube are more visited. And that's just because I only have to go once a day for theirs to see what new videos there are. And fanfiction.net, I always keep closing the tab accidentally and having to go back to it. I know I could just do the recent, and every time I do the reopen last tab, it counts it as another turn. But anyways, I think my favorites are Nostalgia Critic, Cinema Snob, Linkara, Film Brain, Spoonie, Nostalgia Chick, Blockbuster Buster, Todd in the Shadows, trying to think, Mike J, oh, I know I'm forgetting something important. Oh, who is it? If I can think of your name, I'm sorry. I'll come back to it if I can remember it later. Anyways, oh yeah, Phalus. Phalus and Obscurus Lupa. That's why I couldn't remember it. Okay, yeah. Okay. Then the next song is Footloose by Kenny Loggins. Then there's Friday by Mark Salling, Henry Shum, and Kevin McHale, Rebecca Black, and that guy who sings the rap, I don't really know his name, and that guy with the glasses.com. Then I have this song, I don't know what to call it, so I just called it Friends with Stephen Glickman, by some guy singing about Stephen Glickman while he shops at Costco. That's a really funny video. You need to watch it, and follow him on Twitter and subscribe to his YouTube. He is Funny Guy from TV on YouTube and Stephen Glickman with a PH on Twitter. Then there's Get a Clue by Simon and Milo. They have a different name actually for like Ally and AJ, but Ally and AJ at least went by Ally and AJ, and so did they in America at least, because this was for that Disney Channel original movie Get a Clue, and I think the original name was like a drug or something, like Prozac or something like that, I don't know. Then there's Get Back to Hogwarts by the cast of a Harry Potter musical, Team Star Kid. Then there's Get Stoned by Hinder. Get Your Head in the Game by B5 because I like that version better than the original. Give Me Everything by Pitbull, Naya, and Neo, and I forget the third or second. Pitbull, Naya, I think Naya, I don't remember. Pitbull, just remember Pitbull and from Planet Pit, and then I don't know. Go Crazy by Jackson Harris. God Gave Rock and Roll to You, the Kiss version. Although technically this is the Wild Stallions version. And for those of you who don't know who Wild Stallions are, well, that's sort of understandable since Bill and Ted isn't really that popular anymore, although they are getting a new sequel. Hopefully Keanu Reeves can be as good as he was in the first two, since I think those and the first Matrix are his three best roles. Although I haven't actually really seen him in anything else. Then there's Good Life by One Republic. Good Morning Voldemort, performed by Alex Chester, but the group is like called We're Actual Size or something like that. Then Goodbye Blues, the theme song to Hawaiian Heat. Again, thank you, Brad. I actually like this song. It's not just because Brad played it. I actually, because I don't have the other ones he does, even though I'm pretty sure those are instrumentals. I don't know. Then there's Goofy Goober Rock by SpongeBob SquarePants. Gotta Find His Dick from Me and My Dick. Grenade, both by Bruno Mars and Ariana Grande. If you don't know who Ariana Grande is, she's Kat on Victorious, and she's also in 13, although I never really saw that. Then I have Hang On by Smash Mouth, which is probably one of the only good part, is my favorite part from The Cat in the Hat, is that song. Either that or the cooking scene with the tail getting chopped off. I thought it was funny, although it didn't really fit the cat from the book's character. I thought it fit this alternate dimension Mike Myers cat really well. Then there's The Harley of Seville by Wayne Brady and Jeff Davis, from Whose Line Is It Anyway? Harry Freakin' Potter from the cast of a Harry Potter sequel. Have a Nice Day by Bon Jovi. Haven't Met You Yet by Michael Bublé. Heaven is a Place on Earth by Belinda Carlisle. Is that how I pronounce it? I don't know. Help, the Big Time Rush version. Hey, a Movie by the Muppets from The Great Muppet Caper. And then the finale and then Hey, a Movie finale is what it's called, from the same movie and the same people. Hey Soul Sister by Train. Hide and Seek by Imogen. However you pronounce it, Heap. And just so you know, I liked this song way before I knew it was used in Saturday Night Live in that parody. Okay, actually that's why I knew it was used in there, but I had never actually seen that skit, and I never actually knew which part was used, so I listened to the whole song. I actually get the first part stuck in my head more than the what you say part. But whatever. Then I have Holding Out for a Hero, both by Bonnie Tyler and Jennifer Saunders. Jennifer Saunders from Shrek 2. Hombre o Muppet, the Spanish version of Man or Muppet from Los Muppets, I think is what it's called in there, wherever it is. Then there's Home Sweet Home by Motley Crue. Hope for the World by I think that's a Wasserman song. I'm not sure. Someone correct me if I'm wrong about that. Although really, I don't know how many Power Rangers fans will be watching this since the title doesn't have anything to do with Power Rangers. But if you are, just say something then. How to Save a Life by The Fray. How You Remind Me by Nickelback. Hungry Like the Wolf by Duran Duran. And the American Idol version by David Cook. I Ain't Got Rhythm by Phineas and Ferb and the librarian guy, I forget his name. I Believe I Can Fly by R. Kelly. I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith and David Cook from American Idol. And as I had to say from American Idol because these are the versions he sang while on American Idol. I Found a Way by Drake Bell, aka the theme song to Drake and Josh. I Got a Feeling by the Black Eyed Peas. I Lost on Jeopardy by Weird Al. I don't know why I pronounced it all. That was weird. I Want to Know What Love Is by Foreigner. I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys. I Want You Back by the Jackson 5 and the cast of Victorious. I'm not gonna say anything, but I really want to about the Victorious cast version because Victoria Justice sings the main part, but she doesn't change any of the lyrics, so it still sounds like she's singing about a girl. I think I've already said too much about what I was going to say, but then I Wish by Hairbrain, at least that's what it says in the credits, although this band hasn't really done anything else. And this is like, and the songs from the movie Big Fat Liar with Frankie Muniz, Amanda Bynes, and Paul Giamatti, and a whole bunch of other famous people. Then I'd Do Anything for Love by Meatloaf. I'll Make a Man Out of You by Donny Osmond. Yes, I have that song. No, I'm not ashamed. I know a whole bunch of other guys who have that song in their iPods too. And no, I'm not just making that up. I'm With You by Avril Lavigne. I've Seen You Around Here Before by, I think this one's Joe Walker and Devin Lytle. I don't know. Because I think that's who's the only ones who's singing that one. If Everyone Cared by Nickelback. If I Didn't Have You by Billy Crystal and John Goodman from Monsters, Inc. If That Isn't Love by Weird Al. Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls. It's Been a While by Stained. It's My Life by Bon Jovi. Jack Sparrow by The Lonely Island featuring Michael Bolton. Jenny by Tommy Tutone. Jesse's Girl by both Rick Springfield and Corey Monteith. As you can tell, I like the first season of Glee. At least their cover is a lot better, except for some of the Blaine covers in the second season. Third season hasn't really impressed me with their covers. I don't know. I may be the minority on that. I don't know. Then Jet Lag by Simple Plan. King of Anything by Sarah Bareilles. Kiss Me Slowly by Parachute. La Melodia by Joey Montana. Land of the Dicks from Me and My Dick. Let Me Be Myself by Three Doors Down. Let's Talk About Me by Chris Cooper from The Muppets. Lie by David Cook. Life with Derek, the theme song to the show of the same name. Don't know who sings it. Life's a Happy Song and Life's a Happy Song finale from The Muppets, which is basically a big chorus in effect. Light On by David Cook. Listen to Jesus Jimmy by Robert Doherty, I think is the actor's name. From Reefer Madness, the musical. Listen to Your Heart by Joey Richter and AJ Holmes. From Me and My Dick. Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. Losing My Religion by R.E.M. Lost Highway by Bon Jovi. Love Me by Big Time Rush. Love the Way You Lie by Eminem featuring Rihanna. Love Bug by the Jonas Brothers. Magic by Pilot. Make It Shine by Victoria Justice. Man for All Seasons by Robbie Williams. Man or Muppet by the Muppets. Well, really Jason Segel and whoever sang Walter's part, and why the hell did I forgot his name? Jim Parsons and whoever sings Gary's Muppet version. Me and My Dick by Joey Richter, Joe Walker, and a small cameo by Jamie Lynn Beatty from Me and My Dick. Imagine a song of the same name being for a musical of the same name. Me Party by Amy Adams and whoever sings Miss Piggy from the Muppets. More Than a Feeling by Boston. The Muppet Show theme by the Muppets. Music Sounds Better With You by Big Time Rush. My Happy Ending by Avril Lavigne. My Little Buttercup by the Three Amigos and the Bar Patrons. Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley. Never Gonna Leave This Bed by Maroon 5. Never Say Never by Justin Bieber featuring Jaden Smith. New Divide by Linkin Park. Ninja Rap by Vanilla Ice. No Surprise by Daughtry. Not Afraid by Eminem. Not Alone by Jamie Lynn Beatty, Darren Criss, Joey Richter, and Bonnie Grusin from a Harry Potter musical. Not Alone Going Back to Hogwarts finale by the cast of a Harry Potter musical, Team Star Kid. Not Over You by Gavin DeGraw. Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now by Starship, the song that got a film series about a guy who falls in love with a mannequin who can only turn alive when only he's looking at her. An Oscar nominated series. I still find that hilarious. Nunca Voy a Dejarte by some kids I found on YouTube. Ophelis 2011 by Julian Zizet Banda Diaz. On the Way Down by Ryan Cabrera. 1 Week by the Bare Naked Ladies. Only the Good Die Young by Billy Joel. Over My Head by The Fray. Pepsi Generation by Michael Jackson, and yes, it's actually Michael Jackson who sang that. If you actually saw the commercial, you'd know that it's not a ripoff. In fact, Alfonso Ribeiro, who plays Carlton, played the little kid pretending to be Michael Jackson in that commercial. Yay! Nostalgia! Even though I wasn't alive for that part. Anyways, then we have the theme song to Phil of the Future. Don't know who sings that either. Piano Man by Billy Joel. Pictures in My Head by whoever sings Kermit, Gonzo, Fozzie, Electric Mayhem, and Swedish Chef from the Muppets. Play That Funky Music by Wild Cherry. The Pokemon theme by Not Michael Jackson. I mean, seriously, listen to that. It sounds like Michael Jackson singing it, but it's not. It's not like Pepsi Generation. It's not him. Then The Power of Love by Huey Lewis and the News. Then the full version of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers theme. Power Rangers Dino Thunder. Power Rangers Mighty Morphin Power Rangers by Masasaki Endo. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers with the Rock Adventure version with all the stuff in the middle. the one that it sounds like someone died in the middle of it. I mean, partway through it, the music gets all slow and sad, and I'm just like, what, did one of the Rangers die or something? I'm like, I was seriously worried they were going there. The short version to Power Rangers in Space, the long version to Power Rangers in Space, Jungle Fury, Lightspeed Rescue, Lost Galaxy, the regular version to Mighty Morphin, the movie version to Mighty Morphin, Demo Mystic Force, regular Mystic Force, Ninja Storm, Operation Overdrive, Demo RPM, Demo RPM, Demo RPM, Demo RPM, regular RPM, SPD, Samurai, by Mighty Morphin Power Rangers by Alacrity, Time Force, Turbo Short Version, Turbo Long Version, Wild Force, Zeo. Then I have the Rainbow Connection, both the original by Just Kermit and the one from the new Muppets by all of them. Ready to Go from Me and My Dick, featuring basically the cast of Me and My Dick. Ready to Roll by Jet Black Stare, Thank You Matthew. Not you Matthew, the other Matthew, the British Matthew. The Rhino Song by Randy Newman, aka the Nostalgia Critic, aka Chester A. Bum, aka Ask That Guy in the Glasses, aka Dominique, aka Melvin Brother the Joker, aka Emo Jones, aka Black Dog Beer Bill, I think is his name. Yeah, then there's Run Joey Run by David Geddes, Run Joey Run by the Glee cast, which is basically Mark Salling, Jonathan Groff, um, Corey Monteith, Leigh Michelle, Naya Rivera, and Heather Morris. I think it's who was in that version. The Saga Begins by Weird Al. Save Me San Francisco by Train. School of Rock by the School of Rock from the movie School of Rock. Although even in the actual movie, it's called The School of Rock, and they're actually called The School of Rock in the movie. Yeah. Secrets by One Republic, September by Earth, Wind, and Fire, She Will Be Loved by Maroon 5, She's So High by Bachman, or Tal Bachman, or Tal Bachman, or Tal Bachman, Tal Bachman, I don't know. Shine On by Need to Breathe, The Show Goes On by Lupe Fiasco, Skater Boy by Avril Lavigne, Smells Like Nirvana by Weird Al, Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana and the Muppets Barbershop Quartet, Snow by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, So Far Away by Stained, Somebody to Love by Anne Hathaway and Queen, Anne Hathaway being from Ella Enchanted, Stadium Arcadium by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Starstruck by Sterling Knight. That movie is like my fourth favorite DCOM ever. My first one is Now You See It. Unless, of course, I know they don't actually count it as a DCOM. If it was, it would be my favorite, hands down. That the My Date with the President's Daughter. If they actually count that as a DCOM, it would be my favorite, but they don't. So since it like premiered on ABC or something like that, I don't know. It goes like Now You See It, Minutemen. Let's see. Starstruck may even be number 3. I don't know. I'm trying to think of all of them that I've seen. Oh yeah, that Return to Halloween Town. I don't know why. I like that one the best out of the entire series. Actually, don't know why. Maybe it was because it was the first one I actually saw. I tried watching Halloween Town High when it came on, but I kept getting pulled away from the TV whenever it was on, and I never got to see it all the way through until few until like last April or something like that. Then there's Start of Something New by Drew Seeley, aka Drew Seeley, although supposed to be Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens. Stereo Hearts by Gym Class Heroes featuring Adam Levine. Stick to the Status Quo by the cast of High School Musical. Story of My Life by Bon Jovi. Sugar We're Going Down by Fall Out Boy, Superstar by Big Time Rush, and the version sung by Gustavo, aka Stephen Kramer Glickman. Surrender by Less Than Jake, Sweet Victory by David Glenn Isley, Sword of Damocles by whoever sang Rocky's part, There Ain't Nothing Like a Dick from Me and My Dick. Sword of Damocles is from the Rocky Horror Picture Show, by the way. Thanks for the Memories, or as it's spelled, Thanks for the Mercs by Fall Out Boy. 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton and Victoria Justice. Thriller by Michael Jackson. Thunderbirds Argo, another one where it's where the song at the end of the credits is the song in the credits is my favorite part of the movie. Yeah, with this one it is my favorite part of the movie. Well, yeah, I guess it. Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper. Time of My Life by David Cook. Time of Your Life by Green Day. The Time Warp by the cast of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, minus Tim Curry, Meatloaf, whoever played Dr. Scott, Susan Sarandon, and Barry Botswick. They weren't singing it. Together Forever by Rick Astley. Top of the World by Mitchell Musso and Doc Shaw, aka theme song to Pair of Kings, although I don't know if they changed that. Or did some, I don't know. I've gotten rumors that they're changing shows all the time, so I don't know. Total Eclipse of the Heart by Bonnie Tyler, featuring some other person, I don't know. And Time After Time also had another person singing backup on the chorus. I don't know who that was. Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny by Lemon Demon. Uncharted by Sarah Bareilles. Under Pressure by David Bowie and Queen. Untitled by Simple Plan, also known as How Could This Happen to Me, also known as the perfect emo song. What are you looking at me for? I'm not emo. I just like the song. And it's because of those people who made fun of it for being emo that I do like it. So thank you, Lewis. And I'm thinking some other people did it, but Lewis is the joke that actually got me to go find out what the song was. Unwell by Matchbox 20. Up Where We Belong by Joe Crocker, and I forgot the other person. Voldemort is Going Down by Joey Richter, Bonnie Grusin, and some other cast of A Very Potter Musical. Wanted Dead or Alive by Bon Jovi. We Are the Champions by Queen. We Built This City by Starship. We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel. We Need a Hero by Wasserman. We Will Rock You by Queen. We're All Dudes by Less Than Jake. We're All in This Together by the cast of High School Musical. What I've Done by Linkin Park. What Is Love by Hathaway. What Do You Want From Me by Adam Lambert. Whatever It Takes by Lifehouse. White and Nerdy by Weird Al. Who Needs Sleep by the Bare Naked Ladies. A Whole New World by whoever sang Aladdin and Jasmine. I think one of them was the guy from Full House if he actually sang his own parts, but I don't know who the other person is. A Whole New World by Emil and John, aka Chugga Conroy and Proton John. The We Didn't Start the Fire by Pope Friction. We Won't Go Home Without You by Maroon 5. Worldwide by Big Time Rush. You Belong With Me by Taylor Swift. You Give Love a Bad Name by Bon Jovi. You'll Be In My Heart by Phil Collins. You're Beautiful by James Blunt. You're Pitiful by Weird Al. You're the Best Around by Joe Esperanto. And You've Got Soul by Wayne Brady, Drew Carey, and Ryan Stiles from Whose Line Is It Anyway? And that's all 300 songs I've got. Anything else I want to talk about? This video is mostly me saying ideas of what I want to do. And yeah, and I would like to get some people to help me with. When I get a car, it'll be a lot easier. But I want to like film some mini like short films, stuff like that. I guess like, and they're not gonna be like Power Rangers related. All of them. Some of them might be. I mean, because I have this great idea for a web original Power Ranger series where basically takes all the conventions of Power Rangers, sort of goes RPM on it, and then takes it a step further. Like RPM made fun of how they the explosions when they morph, like in the morphing sequence you see a whole bunch of explosions behind them, and they're watching the video of them when they morph, and it's the morphing sequence, and they're like, look at that explosion. Would that happen if I morphed in the kitchen? I mean, would it just... And they ask about the fact that the Zords look like they have eyes because they do, and she says some science mumbo jumbo about how they're not eyes, they're different stuff. And yeah, but in this one it'd go a step further. It'd be all like, wait, why do we want to destroy this thing if when we destroy it, it gets bigger? Because there's some of them where it's the Rangers destroying it that actually makes it bigger. I mean, it's like, why do we want to destroy it if it gets bigger? And then, and then, and the reason is because as soon as it gets big, it loses all threat it has it loses all threat it has, because most of them, they like have these amazing powers when they're there, and the Rangers only get them by using skill. And when they're there, they're giant. They try to their powers don't work anymore, or something like that. It doesn't. The Zord fights are always the most boring parts of the episodes, unless it's a bad episode. Then the Zord fights are sometimes the most entertaining. Except for that one episode where the Zord fight was as boring as the rest of the episode. You of course know what I'm talking about since I already made a half-hour rant at it. And the only reason I stopped was because I had to go to symphony rehearsal. But now I don't have to go to symphony rehearsal. And I don't have school tomorrow. Well, I do have driving school, but that's not until noon, so I can sleep. I'm already to the part where I get 12 hours of sleep. So, I can spare 4 hours to talk about it. But I'm not going to, because I gotta talk about this other stuff. But, like, I got all these really great ideas for short films and stuff, like, they're not all Power Rangers. The Power Rangers Atomic Destiny is just this thing I've been thinking of for a few years. Yeah, I've come up with a title. Gotta find someone who can play guitar and someone who can play drums to play guitar and play drums for the theme song. And I'd like have this really clever moment where the Power Rangers become famous and they get this fan who writes a song for them, and it's the theme song. Like the kid writes the theme song, so it's all like, and then throughout the episode they just keep singing it to themselves. They're like, "What? That song's catchy. We need to ask that kid if we can use it." Like something like that. I don't know. Something like that. I don't know if I'll even use that episode. But most of this, I'm just doing this for fun. That's all it is. If you don't have fun doing it, why do it? Also, do any of you guys know any good capture cards for Let's Playing? Because in my new house, in this house, all my gaming systems are in a clubhouse outside of my house. But in my new house, in my room, I'm gonna get the PS2 and the GameCube. My brother's gonna get his Xbox 360 and the Wii, but I get a GameCube, which is good because most of my favorite games and the games that I've actually beaten are on the PS2 and the GameCube. Games like Super Legends, Power Rangers Super Legends, which is the title is a total lie. If it was Super Legends, they'd use at least 2 Rangers from every season. The back of the cover, the description on the back. at least the case I got, just explained more about the history of Power Rangers than the actual game did. I mean, the back of the game mentioned Zordon. The game of the back mentioned Zordon. Him dying at the end of Countdown to Destruction. They name dropped all of them. Yeah. And they mentioned Andros. The Space Rangers are not in this. No, it's the, going in order of season releases here, Mighty Morphin, Lost Galaxy, I think they used, I think it'd go Ninja Storm, SPD, Overdrive. And since it's an Overdrive season, you expect them to be the main focus, right? First level, done with. They get more levels for Ninja Storm, SPD. SPD is and Mighty Morphin. SPD is the main focus because you get 2 levels of them. The main character, there's actually 2 Omega Rangers. The regular Omega Ranger and the future Omega Ranger. I and yeah, I don't know. I like the game. It's a good game. But granted, I found a way to get an unlimited combo. Like, if you get an enemy backed up to a wall, if you like get 3 enemies, jump and punch the ground, they go flying in one direction. If you can get them on the wall and hit them before they hit the ground every single time, your combo is an unendless combo. Usually, they expect you to do it in the groups event with big enemies. No, I just get 3 enemies, ground pound, 3, 6, 9, 12. Towards the end, I was just doing that. One time, I got so many, like, the target was 150, 600, and I think 30 something was how many I had on the combo, just because I'm like, I want to see how long I do this before I get tired. Then I got tired, and I'm like, ugh. Well, that record is decimated. And then there's Power Rangers Dino Thunder, Super Legends for the PS2, Dino Thunder for the GameCube. Is what's weird is they have like, you have to complete the bonus stuff. Only you have to complete some of the bonus stuff to get 100%, but it's the easy bonus stuff you have to complete. I mean, Wild Force is probably the hardest missions in the entire game. They're the optional ones. I mean, they made the Ninja Storm required. I mean, you can unlock bonus where you unlock Ninja Storm and Wild Force. Doesn't have anything to do with the actual game. Just you can unlock them. And Ninja Storm is easy. It's like the Dino Thunder challenges are easy. Ninja Storm's medium. Wild Force is hard. Wild Force is optional. I mean, if you're gonna make some bonus levels required, make all of them. Because, I mean, I didn't beat one. I could never beat Cole's mission, because his was the hardest to me. I don't know, but it said I had 100% because I beat all the Ninja Storms. The only reason I had 99% because I never unlocked one of Blake's missions, and so I didn't unlock it. So I had to go find it, and then I did, and then I had 100%. I'm all like, since you only actually have to do 1 mission per ranger, and yeah, so I did unlock that, and I got 100%. I'm like, wait, I never finished Cold. Are the Wild Force optional? And then yeah, Wild Force are optional. So yeah, and whoa, I'm getting close to the limit. This camera only has an hour limit. Yeah, no, I did with the hour. Um, I think I'm gonna stop here. You might see a slight cut, and it'll jump back since I still have more to talk about. Okay, so anyways, yeah, like I was saying with the Dino Thunder, I mean, it's actually one of my favorite games. Granted, I do have some questions about the fact that, spoiler alert, Trent's not in the game. Not as a hero, not as a villain, Not even as a mention. Yet, they have Zords from beyond the point Trent was introduced in the TV series. I mean, okay. As the White Ranger. He was White Ranger, because he was introduced early in the series as a character. But he was the White Ranger. And they have Zords past that point. So I'm like, oh, is he going to be a villain in the final level? You have to face him? No. No mention of Trent. He might be in a bonus mission, so I don't remember. I don't, and like, and you can tell they worked, and I can tell that they did good in the game. I'm like, but some of those achievements you unlock, Dino Gems, which you get for doing certain stuff. The first one you get is real easy. Let me just tell you right now, okay? You have to get the first one, you have to double jump. In the first level, it tells you how to double jump, I think. I remember I unlocked it the first time I played it. I'm all like, oh wow, these Dino Gems are gonna be easy. The rest of them are a little harder. By little, I mean I actually had to go to a site to actually find out what it is I'm supposed to be doing to get the Dino Gems. And even then, I still had trouble doing it. Because those escort missions are really hard. You have to make sure he never gets hit once. With the one where there's a wide open plain, Ethan's the best one because he can just reflect everything. But the one where he goes on the small areas, I tend to stick with Connor since he has the most health. He won't die on me. And he can jump and throw fireballs out of his mouth and shoot fire lasers or something like that. And also with playing, and also I think I want to get into Let's Playing, I had this really stupid idea where me and two of my friends, I play a one-player game, they talk about how bad I'm doing. Game in question, Kingdom Hearts. They're like masters at Kingdom Hearts. I never knew you could grind levels, so I'm stuck on the Hades and Tarzan zones. Yes, I tried both of them. I tried the Hades, or Hercules, whatever. I tried the Hercules zone, got all the way to the boss, couldn't beat the boss. Kept trying, kept trying, kept trying. Decided to go to the Tarzan, see if it would be any easier, even though it was a difficulty level higher. Got all the way to the boss, couldn't beat it, went back, couldn't beat it, went back, so on and so forth. It's been 2 years since then, and I haven't gotten any further. So if we do it, I'm gonna be mostly blind for that, and they're gonna tell me everything I do wrong. I think it'd be a twist on Let's Playing. It'd sort of be like the Tetris the freelance astronauts Tetris video where Maxwell's doing bad on Tetris and they're yelling at him. But in the Tetris Smackdown, he revealed he knew how to play Tetris. I don't know how to play Kingdom Hearts. So it'd be sort of like that, only there's no moment at the end where I reveal I know what I'm doing the whole time and beat the final boss in one try. Because I can tell you, unless of course my friends guide me to grind up levels enough, I am never gonna defeat a boss on my first try. Maybe the Alice in Wonderland, because I did that on my first try, the first time I did it. Yeah, I remember the only reason I did it is because run away when Donald and Goofy are down and run back when they're better. That's what I did. And I lived and I beat the boss the first time. It was fun. Yeah, but like I'm so ambitious. I want to do all this stuff, but I just don't have the equipment or the money and stuff, and I really gotta get better at that. I'm gonna start saving my money when I get my driver's license, which will be my next birthday and stuff. But like, I mean, all of this, it's like really, I just want to do stuff, but yeah, I think know that I could do all this, and I think I might be good. 'Cause I don't want to do a camcorder let's play because those things usually there's reflection like on my glasses. The TV would have like that. I mean, and all this stuff. And oh yeah, and also um what was I gonna say? I forgot. Something happened. Hmm. Oh yeah, and just if any of you actually want to help me, you can contact me, be it in the comments, or if you actually know me at school, whatever, wherever, I don't know. Mostly school, since those are the people who watch my videos, since those are who it's about, the school at least. Not actually about certain people. Except the DeweyFinn21 and Gizbo, that was about us. And Danielle. Yeah, she doesn't have a clever name, it's just Danielle. Mostly because I just thought I was just filming stuff. Because all I did was I just got out my camera, or my phone. I hit the record button. I said a line that I thought, I'm gonna make this sort of like Whose Line Is It Anyway, where I say one thing, and then we see where it goes from there. That's why you sort of goes off, like the film noir sort of stayed like a film noir parody, and then got talking about how I was thinking, talking out loud, I don't know, stuff like that. It was really funny. At least I think so. I don't know, you might not. But me and him still quote that Taco Bell line still. I'm all like, cause really, we were in a bus going to a convention center. It was pure luck. We just stopped there. I'm just like, what can I do to make this funny? Since we can't have a real tornado. I'm all like, oh, I know. Oh my gosh, it's Taco Bell. Zoom in. I mean, I think what really got him was the voice I used, since I was using my normal voice for most of that sketch, and then just like, oh my gosh, it's Taco Bell. I think that's what got him. I, yeah, I think he even said that's the reason why I got him laughing so hard. And then there's the Charlie the Unicorn parody that turned into a Llamas with Hats parody. Then it goes back to a Charlie the Unicorn Llamas with Hats parody that has a confused identity. We sort of thought that was funny because he tried. I'm just going off about we're underwater, Charlie, and stuff like that. And then he says something like negative. I'm just like, but Carl. I'm just like, I don't I don't know what they would say. They'd probably say something stupid, but I'm just like, I just switch it, and he tries to quote the madman, raving psychomaniac line about from like the fourth one, the third or fourth one, and and so then we couldn't we couldn't keep our facts straight. That's why we always ask ourselves those questions. And that last one, the reason it's so short is because it might have gone longer if I hadn't cracked up, because I could keep a straight face through most of the stuff that he said to me, but I didn't actually know she would get into it too. That was just sort of funny. It's like Indiana Jones, the Legend of the Lost Cup. I got it. I mean, if you can look, I just go down because I start laughing, and she just played along. It was just she'd make a good improv comedy person. At least she would have. I don't know if she would anymore. I don't really hang out with her. We just sit next to each other in band, and that's pretty much the only class we have together. Yeah. But yeah, like I'm thinking of also going back to this short film thing. I'm thinking of making a horror film. Like a horror film like it's the villain is like the boogeyman. I know they've already made a ton of boogeyman horror films, but this one's different. Like, the heroes aren't afraid of, like, the boogeyman keeps them alive because he wants them to spread fear into the other people, and he'll only kill him when he thinks enough fear has been spread that nobody will ever not be safe. So, like, we have it where one person refuses, they're killed. The other person does it, but only does it to prisoners or stuff like that. I don't know if that'd be a horror film or a psychological film or something like that. I don't know, but like, he does it to all these bad people, and the boogeyman can't kill him because he aren't. The boogeyman can kill him anytime he wants, but he's just he's giving him people to kill, but he's not giving him any more scared people than the people besides the people he kills. So he's like trying to play chess with the boogeyman. Like, I think it'd be a more psychological film than a horror film or a thriller film. Like, he's playing chess with the boogeyman, wondering how long he can go killing people who already are gonna be locked away for life or get killed soon anyways. But I'd need someone to play the main character, the love interest, the boogeyman. I mean, the guy who plays the boogeyman's gotta be tall, because he like towers over everything. The boogeyman in this, it's actually more like the Grim Reaper, but it'll be the boogeyman. I don't know. I mean, it'd sort of be like Boogeyman 3, where if you tell other people, it allows them to be affected by the boogeyman, but the only difference is that this one won't have a Power Ranger sacrifice herself. Thank you, Phalis, for showing me that movie. Or Phelan, if I'm gonna go by real names. Phelan. Yeah. But, I mean, it, like, yeah, and then I'm thinking of making this, um, ac action comedy, like, where two kids get left behind on a field trip. Actually, I think it'd be more of a straight comedy with some action in there where they get left behind on a field trip. One of them just turns to the movie begins, they get left behind on a field trip. That's where the end credits end. Then it says directed by, I guess it'd be my name if I'm the director. And then as soon as that happens, he turns to the other guy and goes, "You want to fight ninjas?" And then the other guy goes, "Mm-hmm." Then it just cuts to them in a montage of them suiting up, and then the rest of the movie is just them fighting ninjas. Then at the end, the bus comes back, and they're all like, "Oh, we're sorry, we forgot you." And they have ripped shirt, like their shirts are ripped and bandana over their head made out of their shirt and stuff like that. It'd be really funny. And it's like, so what happened? Nothing. That's where the movie ends. Just be a straight comedy of like 7 minutes of fighting ninjas. Why? Because ninja, 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 ninja. Hot dog ninja. Yeah. And oh, yeah. And and also I'm thinking of and also it's not really a short film, it's more of a it's basically Whose Line Is It Anyway? Although it's not called Whose Line Is It Anyway? But I'll need like 4 people, because there are 4 contestants on Whose Line. I want 4 contestants on mine because some of the 4 contestant things were the best. I mean, they're really funny. But yeah, it's basically Whose Line Is It Anyway? It's a sketch improv. It's a sketch comedy improv show. And it'd be like really, really, really funny. I mean, because it'd have some games where it's sort of like Whose Line, and then my own original games that I'll create. I don't know, but Yeah, I think I want to try that just to see how well people can react to improv comedy, create songs, stuff like that, and yeah, and I guess I'm just saying ideas here because I want to see if anyone's interested, although I'm pretty sure you all are going to hate me, some of you, because this has to do all about Power Rangers, because I know you don't watch some of you don't watch my videos, you just talk about Power Rangers, and about how I'm obsessed with them, even though I'm not obsessed, since really, if I was obsessed, I wouldn't miss a single episode. I would love every single episode, and I would have every single DVD and VHS on demand about Power Rangers. I have 3 DVDs. I don't like some episodes of Power Rangers, and I've missed most of this season. I missed the first 2 episodes, and I missed the 4th episode. Mostly because the first 2 I was gone, the 4th one I was gone. And so, and the 3 DVDs I have, one is basically most Power Rangers fans say it's an okay collection, the best of the Ultimate Rangers, the best of the Power Rangers. I still don't know how Drakeener's Revenge got on there, since people said they hated it. They said they hated it when it came out as a free McDonald's toy in 3D. I mean, personally, I liked it when it was that because it was the first Power Rangers episode I remember watching. I mean, it was the first VHS I had of Power Rangers that I remember having. I know my friend had the Power Rangers in Space movie, Psycho Ranger Saga. I think I might have already said this in my other one, I can't remember. I'm half asleep when I do these kind of videos, except for my review, that one I was wide awake. And so, and I know my other friend had Ninja Storm VHSs. I remember the episode where Tori got stuck in the camera. That's the episode I remember because it's like, she's stuck in the camera and I'm all like, wait, uh-huh. Even as a little kid I was confused. When I got older, still confused as to how she fit in the camera, because that was actually supposed to be her entire body. I, I, I think it was like the explanation. I think it was supposed to be some sort of magic camera, but I mean, when I was younger, I always thought it was just a regular camera. So naturally, I didn't want to get my picture taken for a few days because I knew I didn't have the ninja power to create water and shoot myself out of the camera. Yeah, that was the only reason. I didn't care if I was stuck in there. I just wanted a way out. Yeah. And and then like and then I have the Jungle Fury, and then I got recently, after I made that video saying I only had 2, I recently got the first Mystic Force DVD. Yeah. Mystic Force isn't the best, but I mean, it mentions Jimi Hendrix in the DVD, so it's an okay DVD by my standards. Plus, it had a bonus episode of SPD. Although, why do you only include one part of the Team Up Power Rangers? Why? I mean, you only included to the 10th power on the best of, even though it was to the 10th power and the power of pink. Even though I know that episode was really sad in the ending because Kendricks died. Spoilers for a 12, 13, 14, 13-year-old show, I think. 13-year-old season. I think that's how old it is. Something like that. Came out in 99, so yeah, 13. Wow. But, I mean, yeah, and then there's but, I mean it, like, why do they only include one part? I mean, even if it doesn't have the same title, if it's a second part, you include them both, because otherwise you're left with a cliffhanger as to what's going to happen. Granted, this one didn't really have a cliffhanger. I mean, they just went to their reunion. At least I think that's how it ended. I think that's how they ended, is the Dino Rangers went to the reunion. I think the next episode actually went, with the SPD Rangers, actually went back in time to when they were still Dino Rangers and not their reunion. With them going to the future to get enhanced Dino Gems. And yeah, now you got me talking about Power Rangers stuff, really. Yeah, so, and oh yeah, and I guess I got a few emails now. That's oh 4. What? Oh, Star Kid. Okay, yeah, sorry, I gotta take this. This is Star Kid, even though it's probably just an announcement about. Oh, the Space Tour DVD is out. When I get enough money, I'm buying it. And you should buy it too. And also buy the Space album and every single album they've got and the Starship DVD. Yes, buy everything from Team Star Kid. All their t-shirts, all their stuff. If we all go to if we all buy shirts saying "Listen to Your Hearts" and wear them to school, or since we can't buy the other one from that musical because it says "Me and My Dick," and that's not allowed at school at our school. And yeah, okay, okay, oh yeah. One of my friends just retweeted the fact that at the UIL competition, I started a sing-along of a few songs, namely "Time After Time," "We Are the Champions," and "Bohemian Rhapsody." Yeah, I was bored, so I started singing. No one told me to shut up until I left. I mean, literally, he told me, yeah, it's like, who sings that song? Let them sing it. That's when my dad came in to pick me up. So really, his words had no effect on me. And then what else? And now I got one of those bots following me. Great. Just what I need, another one. Anyways. Yeah. And, well, oh yeah. And I want to make a video where I actually play this. This is my ukulele that I bought for the sole purpose of using it in a video. I have, granted, I don't know how to play it. I bought it because I thought it'd be funny to go like, don't know if that sounds out of tune or not, maybe. I think that sounds better, I'm not really sure. I just need to come up with some lyrics. Music is optional though, because I don't know how to play any notes on here, so all I'll do is because that's all I really know how to do on this. I could try to learn how to play some stuff on ukulele, like I know Hey Soul Sister has a ukulele part. but I don't want to have to perform that because I don't really know all the words to it. I can't do it by memory. Plus, I really want to create some original songs. I just can't think of any words. I wrote one about Big Time Rush, but it was really meant to perform before Big Time Movie came out. Could write another few verses about Big Time, because like with it like has one verse for the premiere of each season, one verse for every filler episode of the season, one verse, two verses for the finale. For the first season, at least. For the second season, it was one verse for the premiere, one verse for all the episodes leading up to Big Time Breakup, one or two. I actually haven't finished writing the Big Time Breakup one yet. Since that's the episode that actually got me into Big Time Rush. I mean, it was the marathon leading up to Big Time Breakup that I started watching Big Time Rush because my grandma died, as I explained in the Big Time Rush videos. And I watched them, and my parents thought they were stupid. My brother thought it was stupid, but yet he still watches those Cartoon Network shows that are even more stupid than Big Time Rush. But I digress. But so I want to do something with this. Maybe you'll see it someday in a video. If I come up with a song that I think I could do. Well, I could find the first verse somewhere in my bed. That is the third verse. First verse is around here somewhere, I think. If it's not, I don't know why I have the third verse. Nope, Juice Bar sign from the Power Rangers puppet show. Fanfic that I want to do a reading of for self-promotion. Well, I could do the third verse, but that has spoilers for the it's basically just the first 30 minutes of Big Time Concert. I could do. I want to find the first verse. No. Really gotta keep things not on my bed. That's a real bad. Huh. Yeah, I'll just keep that there. I don't know. Let's see. Well, I do have most of the second verse on this page too. I mean, I think this is starting with, I think I had like a little introduction talking about how a whole bunch of stuff happened, and then just like, they go to school, no, okay, now remember, this is the fast part, okay, they go to school, pimp the crib, be bad, meet Joe, help Gustavo get, no, I gotta work on a melody for the singing first, let's see. They go to school, pimp the crib, be bad, meet Joe, help Gustavo, get pictures, trade, take a break, bribe a monkey, throw a party, get jobs, meet a blogger, help Gustavo again, have a dance, meet Jordan Sparks, beat the heat, help Camille. That's all for now. I gotta work on the melody. I got the words down, I just gotta work on the melody afterwards. They go to school, pimp the crib, be bad, meet Joe, help Gustavo get pictures, take a break, bribe a monkey, throw a party, get jobs, meet a blogger, help Gustavo again. Have a dance, meet Jordan Parks, beat the heat, help Camille, that's all for now. Then I have the chorus written. I don't know. Oh, big time rush. No one can compare to the rush of the big time rush. As you can see, the chorus isn't very wordy. Yeah. And that, I want to plan on doing that later. While I'm doing it, I'll give you a glimpse into self-insert fanfic theater, I guess. Yeah, self-insert, self-promotion. Same thing with me. Well, actually not true. This one isn't a self-insert fanfic. This is one of my... This is my first non-self-insert fanfic that I wrote. Mostly because it was the shortest I had. At least I think it was the shortest. It might not be. Okay, let's see. Do I want to start at the beginning? Or should I go with that and start towards the middle? Okay, I'll start at the first page break and go to the... Oh, wait. Yeah, I'll start at the first page. I'll start at the first page break, go to the second page break. That'll be about... Okay. And this was going to be sort of a Bennett the Sage parody, but then I figured it'd do better if I actually got into character for this, sort of. So, yeah. If I start changing my voice a little, usually means it's a different character. When I speak like this, it usually means that's the descriptions, like the narrator, except it's not really narrator, but it is. It's sort of like when it's not really talking to you, it's just telling you what happens, like, he said this, like when it says that when I speak like that, that's usually what it means. So here it is, from first page break to second page break. So much sorrow, so little time. I wonder who'll be first. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, you. The Nylock Megaploid then copied himself and surrounded a pedestrian on the street. Weep, cry, shed tears so the Sandsy River can be filled. Hey, Nylock! Mike yelled. Who, me? 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 Mike hesitated a little. Yes, now leave these people alone, Mike responded. What if I refuse? Not involved. Call it void. Don't accept the conditions. Ready, team? Jaden yelled. Ready, they replied. Samurizers! Go, go, samurai! They morphed and were ready to fight. 5 rangers against 1 megaploid? Hardly seems fair. Are you sure you don't need backup? He taunted the rangers. Nylock, you'll be the one who needs backup, Kevin yelled. All right, Moogers. Attack! Suddenly, Moogers appeared and went after the rangers. Leave one for me, Megaploid said chillingly. They went and started to attack the green, blue, pink, and red rangers. Ah, little yellow, all mine. He then jumped down and copied himself to surround her, and they started moving in a circle. Then they all spoke in unison. A test of the mind, heart, and skill. Do you think you can defeat, destroy, eliminate me? Which me is the right one? Is it that one? Or that one? Ah, this is so hard. They're moving around too much. I can't choose. Suddenly, a copy of Megaploid disappeared. What was that? Ah, Red Ranger. Too bad. Wrong one. Then he copied himself to fill in the gap. One by one, his copies were disappearing and reappearing just as fast. Suddenly, Jaden hit the right one. Lucky hit. I'm drying out. Next time, Red, you won't be so lucky. And that's first page break to second page break. That's what I had. First fight with Megaploid. For those of you who don't know, the fanfic is a romance fic between Jaden and Emily. Emily is the yellow samurai ranger, the one who was being attacked. Me is the pink one. I know I didn't really explain that, but that's because I expect people to actually watch the show to know. Granted, now I know they're going the whole... Sort of figured they'd be doing it. I don't know. I wasn't really much of a shipper before I started reading romance fanfiction. My favorite romance fanfiction of all time is probably Of Love and Bunnies by Crazy Girl 47. Well, some people will say it's not a romance fic. It's not a romance fic. It's mostly about them trying to get Tommy and Kim back together. That's the main focus of the story. Plus, there's all these relationship things like Tori lies and says she's dating Adam because she couldn't find Blake and some guy wanted to date her. And so he comes in with the real Blake's there, and Adam comes walking up and's like, "Oh, hey Tori, I found your boyfriend." And then Blake's like, "What? Yeah, I'm her boyfriend." "No, it's him." And then all that crazy stuff with the confusion, nobody understanding what's going on. And I mean, and it's also really funny. Granted, if you want to read it, you're gonna need a lot of time, because it is probably one of the longest fanfics out there. It may not be the longest, but it's one of them. In fact, I know it's not the longest. I think it's not the longest. I don't know. But I know it has over, over 500,000 words, maybe even 600,000 over. I don't know. Something like that. And wow, this video is going to be a real long one. But, anyways, and also, I was just, well, I don't know. I also would, the capture card for Let's Playing, would it also work for doing, like, capturing? How do any of you guys know how to do movie reviews where you can see the movie full screen or close to it, sort of like that? Because I don't know how to do that, and I want to do sort of like the Nostalgia Critic parody, because I already did a Chester A. Bum parody that was supposed to be about Cloverfield, Godzilla, Harry Potter, and ended up being High School Musical. I don't know what caused me to make that joke. I think I was going to do it for an April Fool's Day joke, but it was Halloween, and I was Chester A. Bum for Halloween. Granted, it didn't look like Chester A. Bum, but so I called him Hester V. Bum. Different character. But that was about to be my Chester A. Bum costume. And I have to say, I look pretty good for what I could afford. Yeah. Granted, with my Brad Tries parody, I didn't even try looking like him. Since he doesn't try looking like the Cinema Snob or any of his characters, he just looks like himself, I decided to look like myself. DeweyFinn21. Not the guy playing DeweyFinn21. He's a whole different guy entirely. For one thing, he's not always wearing gray. Yeah, so, granted, I didn't wear gray in some of the videos, like the Puppet Pals and the Chicken Tribute. But, then again, it wasn't really me. I was actually the one doing the camera at those times. The me's you saw were at let's see, black. That was actually 6. DeweyFinn 6. and tan, gray, brown, whatever brown that's. Which one? Honest? Yeah, 15. I always get our numbers confused. Yeah, he was 15. And can't remember if I. White shirt. We all get white shirts when we go to sleep, so that one doesn't really count. Mostly because we only get a certain number of white shirts. We only get a certain number of our color shirts. They wash them, so we get white shirts for sleeping, and they wash those like every month, 2 months, something like that. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, we're moving since some boss's orders. Someone said we had to go. We have to go. I really don't know how I'm gonna clean up this mess. Let's see. Oh, yeah. And I guess, well, I don't know. Oh yeah, I want to do a Todd in the Shadows parody where my name will be Dewey in Colossus King's Shadow. That's the best I could come up with. For those of you who don't understand it, look at Todd in the Shadows, then look at Dewey in Colossus King's Shadow. See the light bulbs turning in your head. And then I see some of you who don't get it. I'll spell it out on screen for you. Wait, wrong. This camera's weird. I'll just type it up there. Now you get it. Yeah, so I think I'll do that. And I'm just debating what my first review is going to be. Because I just want to note, I noticed a lot of similarities between the music videos of Worldwide by Big Time Rush and Come Back to Me by David Cook. Not in the fact that Worldwide all takes place in an airport in regular time and Come Back to Me takes place all over David's journey to an airport to meet up with a girl who's leaving, who's blonde, and I think they both wear a blue jacket, I'm not sure. So that's 3.5 similarities. Major similarities. I mean, also, the girl, Caitlin Tarver, looks a lot like the girl from the music video, and I have to say it that way because the music video Come Back to Me's music video came out first. So I have to say Caitlin Tarver looked like it, even though, whatever. They looked really similar. Granted, the execution of the music videos is totally different. But, and I like both music videos, but every time I watch them, I keep seeing parts of the other one. I don't know. I'm hungry. It's after midnight. I'm hungry. Yeah, so anyways, let's see what else. Anything here? Don't want to say anything. See you next time.